What's up, guys? So we're gonna solo a Nightmare Dungeon, World Tier 3 with my Necromancer. This is a minion build. I have 12 minions total, just skeletal. And I think I found a pretty happy balance between insane DPS and survivability with this build, so hopefully I don't eat my words in this dungeon, but let's see what happens.
I need more time.
Grinding for that level 60. Hopefully this is the last one, but we'll see. Quick gear overview. This build is pretty gear dependent. Bone Spear leaves behind the echoes. Magic Bubble. Bone Spear's primary attack. Makes enemies hit beyond the first vulnerable for 2.5, and it does 100% damage to vulnerable enemies. Each time Bone Storm damages an enemy, you get a barrier, so that's survivability. Skeletal Mages increased by 2. Consuming a corpse increases damage of your next core skill by 8% up to 40%. Maximum number for Skeletal Warriors up by 3. Gain 15 of your primary resource for every 25% of your life you heal. Critical strikes with bone skills increase your essence regeneration by 22%. And gain 16% increased critical damage, or critical strike chance for 6 seconds when you cast Corpse Tendrils. You also deal 48% bonus critical damage to enemies damaged by Corpse Tendrils. Blue the Dead, the only one I got sacrificed is the Golem. I went with Iron Golem. 30% increased critical strike damage, but you lose the ability to summon a Golem. Oh no. Paragon stuff, it's pretty standard. Build is bones. It's basically Bone Spear, Corpse Tendrils, Corpse Explosion, and Bone Storm. And then I have the Ossified Essence. There is a piece of gear that will raise that, but I don't have it on right now. Alright, so Nightmare Dungeon, let's see what happens. I've been really happy with this build for a while. I was switching between Minion with Bloodlance and then the Sacrifice build, and it just wasn't really happy with either one. The Bloodlance Minion build was just so freaking slow, and the Sacrifice build, it was fast, but I had pretty bad survivability with it, just because it's so easy to slow this real quick. I actually managed to take the Butcher in this build. Of course I didn't report it, if I would have. There is an elite in there somewhere. World Tier 3, Nightmare Dungeon. That's what it looks like. I'm so glad. It might still happen actually, so I don't want to jinx myself. But in some of the other Nightmare Dungeons that I've done, I have that little stupid shadow damage that just follows you around and drops on your location. Super cool. So my main strategy is I cast Bone Spear first, try to create at least a corpse or two, and then I use Corpse Tendrils as soon as the first corpse is formed. I'll pull everyone in, Corpse Explode to refill my essence, and then after a few of those in a week, I'll throw another Bone Spear. Build works really well at keeping your essence up and doing a ton of damage. Oops, we got a boss fight coming up already.
I need more time.
I was hesitant to do a video on this build just because it's so independent. You really just have to have the right gear for your playstyle, but yeah, after doing this and having 5 mages and 7 reapers, I really don't need to sacrifice them. I mean, I might get a slightly quicker kills off, but I really don't see the point of it. And I'm talking, and I'm going the wrong way. But the main thing is essence management. Just making sure you're not just spamming your essence. And before you pop your bone storm, making sure your essence is decently full, so that way you're not wasting it. The other thing I had to get used to on this build is because I pretty much primarily ran Bloodlance my entire leveling, I had to get used to waiting for the bone spear to ricochet. That damage does do a ton, and you'll waste a lot of essence if you spam it before the ricochets can happen. Another I know it's hard to see with all my guys. Trying to make it so you guys get some content out of this. That guy. Just cast one bone spear, let your skeletal warriors or your reapers do the work. There's no reason to spam it when you have 12 guys around. Unless you're trying to go for like a speed run or something. But I don't see the point. Once you get that first corpse, only time... Okay, so there is one point where this build does struggle a little bit, and it's when elites have the fire... I forgot the fire imbuement, I think, and it's when the ground shoots out the waves of fire. It just melts. Like, I'll be in a fight, I won't pay attention, and then all of a sudden I'm down to the... Oh. But when you do raise them, or you raise your skeletal priest, you're rebuilding your essence as well. But we'll see how we fare against the I have been okay with bosses. Maybe they'll get me down once or twice because I'm not paying attention. Not really trying all that much. You never know. That's the other one I hate, the magic ball.
I'm not ready yet.
All poisons for the weight. Their health, if you invest in their health, in the skill tree, and their armor and stuff, it really does pay off. You're not raising them every fight. Yeah, like I said, the only time against bosses, you'll run into problems with keeping them alive, and when the elites have that fire imbuement. But yeah, this build, it's perfect for me. I enjoy it. I stay alive, I get the cast, I do crazy crit damage, or crazy damage. OG rule escape. Distance yourself from your enemies, let your guys do the work for you. Oh, I do have some potions on for this one, so... Really just using armor and some crit damage. show it here. Armor increase, yeah, that's what I got right now. But usually per one bone spear that you throw, if you detonate 2 corpses or consume 2 corpses, you'll get your essence back with that. I'm talking to Addie. Sorry, kids are ready to go in the pool. Yep, when I'm done. Other benefit of using corpse control is just group them all together so you can hit them. See, it just literally destroyed every one of my my stuff. Yep, get him back. Money. Mop these guys up.
I'm not ready yet.
Fighting a whole month. The only issue with them is making them directly focused on who are actually on this fight. We'll just see 3 guys engaging, and then the rest of them just alternate engaging no one. Or some low-level guy. We're getting there. Is such a fantastic. You generate so many. Reapers will generate so many. There's always corpses. Again, maybe if you're fighting like a high-end or a high-end game level boss, you might not have as many, but still, you have your other skills to fall back on.
Carry more.
So that's it. There's no boss there? That's kind of lame. Oh well. Well. Almost. So that is it. This is my Bone Spear minion build. Again, corpse dependent, gear dependent to raise the number of your skeletal warriors and mages, but truly one of my favorite builds by far. That I played. Wow, I didn't have that much into it. I probably rebuilt it and I forgot. So yeah, I don't use it really for the damage. It's just more about pulling people in. For my Bone Spear, 5 crit chance, primary projectile crit strikes, fires 2 additional Bone Spears to be destroyed. I do have Skeletal Warrior Mastery and Skeletal Mage Mastery, so it raises their health and damage by 60%. Expecting to hear to help the priest just to get that, and my minions cannot lose more than 30% of their maximum life from a single damage instant. So again, pretty important to keep them alive and healthy and keep all the guys off of you or from swarming you. Distant enemies, close enemies. Okay. You deal 9% increased damage for 6 seconds after consuming a course. That's either exploding it or raising a warrior, and it generates 6x essence. Oh, God, it's been rough. It's been a while for me. So I just raised my maximum essence a little bit there too. And I have a 12% chance to create a corpse at the target's location. This chance is doubled against bosses. I think there's one for skeletal warriors too that I probably should have somewhere. Oh, it's in my Book of the Dead. I have a 15% chance to carve the flesh off enemies, forming a corpse. So this is all about just making as many corpses as possible, watching your essence with your Bone Spear, replenishing it with your Corpse Explosion or your raised skeletons, and absolutely devastating everything you come across. So hope this helped, guys. Like and subscribe for more. I really appreciate all the love you guys have been giving me for my Diablo content. Please keep liking and watching. Let me know in the comments what else you want to see. If you want me to do a straight up I was called suicide builds, sacrifice build, let me know. Any other characters you want information on, anything like that, guys. Help the channel grow, and I'll take you guys along for the ride. Alright, Mohawk 6 signing off.